Right, well, now we're nearly an hour late. Should we take the few seconds of silence and start recording this fuck?
Yeah, probably.
Otherwise, Lee will get grumpy and have to go to bed.
Yeah, let me write down the time we're starting the silence.
I'm sorry, I have a sociable sleep pattern.
I think you'll find in this case it's antisocial sleep pattern.
I think you'll find that Gary's the antisocial one.
I'm always antisocial. There's
It's
too many
just
British here today.
Draw your sword, knock your arrows, and ready your spellbook. It's time for another episode of The Gamesmen. What role will you play?
Hey guys, and welcome to episode 30 of The Gamesmen. We are here as ever to play games, talk about stuff, and just fill up your day with a bit of nonsensical banter. I, as ever, am Hardly Dan, and I'm your host for this episode. And with me, well, it's not a triumvirate. It's not just Gary. We have 4 people tonight on this show. And first of all, if you've not been into cryptocurrency, stuff like that, and you used to listen to a certain PC gaming podcast, you probably haven't heard from him in a while, and it is Bobby Ironhammers Gooding. How the hell are you, sir?
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm very, very well.
Fantastic. It's
Very
good
well.
to have you back on a show talking about video games.
It's good to chat with you again, although I may be a bit useless talking about video games, so I'm a bit out of the loop, but...
Well, it does seem from these show notes that you still haven't changed what you play, so we'll get on to that in a bit.
Too.
Yeah. I was expecting another game to be in there, actually, but you've obviously stopped playing Hearthstone. So,
Yeah.
But anyway, obviously, as well as Bobby, we have Mr. Lee, DJ Leroy85 Sutton. How are you doing, sir?
Hello. I'm doing alright. Tired, as usual. You fuckers keep me up so late.
We shall try to get through this as quickly as possible.
It's not a chore.
You almost sounded sincere then.
I nearly am.
And of course, as ever, Mr. Gary Amorous89 Lever is with us also. How are you, sir?
I swear to God, you said fill up your Dave instead of day. And I almost bust out laughing. I'm doing good.
I haven't filled up a Dave for ages.
I don't think I've ever filled up a Dave, compared to what people may think.
I filled up one with a lot of beer once.
God.
Okay, so we might as well press on. Bobby, what have you been up to? What have you been playing? Tell us what's been going on since. Well, don't go since last time we chatted. Maybe like the last week or so. Otherwise it'll take
know
forever.
what happens in the since March
We
or something?
need a season recap.
What have you been doing
of my
for
life?
for the the entirety of this year?
Well, the games won't be hard for him at least.
So, I've been doing loads of cryptocurrency stuff, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, and it's going very, very well, and I'm very happy with it.
Why don't we get this out of the way now and tell us, the sites and everything, pimp all that stuff out so that everyone can.
Yeah, sure. So I've got heavily involved in Potcoin, which is a cannabis-related cryptocurrency for the legal cannabis markets. And you can find my stuff at highonpotcoin.info, doing loads of videos and interviews and shit like I used to do for PC gaming. Same kind of stuff, blogging, all that kind of good stuff. Writing about other cryptocurrencies at a website called coinjoint.info. And I launched a crowdfunding website for Potcoin called Potfunder, and we raised $2,000. It was just paid out to them yesterday for a charity that researches cannabis treatments of Fragile X syndrome, which is a precursor to autism.
Oh.
And a young kid has been treated with a non-psychoactive cannabis medicine in America so far. He's the first one. He's had great results. and we raised $2,000 towards that. So that was pretty cool stuff too.
Yeah, nice. Absolutely fantastic. I was about to mention that, but you've done it for me, so brilliant. I was obviously checking out your site now and then, and I had another check last night just to keep up to date with what's going on there. And yeah, it's kind of going really well, isn't it?
It's going amazingly well, man. And I've got some more cool news, which is coming out tomorrow.
Can you give us a little hint, a little spoiler? Actually, this show won't be out until Tuesday.
Yeah,
so.
this won't be out until, well, for us, Monday night. So
yeah.
So yeah, it should be cool to mention it. And I'm sure the crossover isn't that great, but I am joining the official Potcoin team as a paid salaried member from tomorrow
fantastic.
as a social media manager.
Sweet.
So you might be able to buy something other than StarCraft to play.
Maybe.
Just ruined his game.
Although speaking of StarCraft and cryptocurrencies, there's a cool new cryptocurrency came out just recently called Minerals. It's all based off StarCraft, and you can use it to bet on pro StarCraft games live as they're happening and stuff. It's really cool.
Wow.
There has to be a spin-off one called Overlords.
Not just yet, but it could happen. Maybe like the smaller fractions of a mineral could be called an Overlord or something.
Yeah, just for the people, do one for each race.
For each race.
Yeah.
That could get confusing.
Well, if it's all in essence the same thing, just with different names, and its values the same, then it'll be a way of people kind of showing their loyalty.
Just if there was like 3 different skins for the wallet or something, you could choose your races or something.
Yeah.
In fact, I was speaking to one of the creators of the coin yesterday. I might have to put that his way because it's a bit Terran-like at the moment.
Yeah, maybe, if in the wallet skin, instead of calling it minerals, it'll call it overlords or whatever.
Although I guess all the races need minerals, right?
Well, yeah, that's true.
So yeah, as far as games go, I've still been playing StarCraft. I've still been playing Dota. I've still been watching StarCraft. I've still been watching Dota. And that's me. Anybody in the community that's heard me speaking before about PC games will know that's pretty much what I do.
So how are you going in the old StarCraft League stuff now? Because I think last time we spoke, you were, was it gold?
Yeah, I'm in silver again.
Silver again? Oh, you didn't manage to breach the diamond barrier.
It was after not playing for ages and ages and ages, and then when I played again, it put me back to silver, so it kind of makes sense. But
so, he's getting some easy games.
Yeah, that was fun. It was pretty fun. I think I played one and I lost, and it put me back to silver, and then I started going on a bit of a 5 or 6 game win streak.
I remember whenever we went up against you, whenever I started playing StarCraft and Dan got in, you just completely ran over us, literally, with the Zerg.
But the thing was,
muters.
Bobby would give us a bit of a head start as well, and he'd still be like, all right, that's enough now.
Oh, yeah, it was like a cat playing with a dead bird.
Which is worse because, he's just
not even half dead. We weren't even really trying to get away. Well, we were, but it was as if we were.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Too good for us.
I think it's safe to say that RTSs aren't really, well, it's certainly not my genre, and I'm guessing probably not yours either.
They would be for me if I didn't get so much fucking anxiety before starting a match on multiplayer.
Next time I play Bobby, I'm gonna make him tie his hands behind his back and put a stick in his mouth, and then he can play that way and he'll still beat me.
Oh, next time I play Bobby, I'm gonna get a ringer in. I'll find someone that's really good at it. I was like, yeah, beat this guy.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. How good I am compared to you, there's people that are 10 times that difference compared to me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I know someone I think that's probably on a similar level to you. So, but unfortunately he doesn't live that close to me, so getting him in as a ringer could be tricky.
Just give him your account details.
Yeah, give him your account details and then get onto Skype and pretend it's you.
Yeah, but
look at me go! Here we go!
Do you remember me trying to remember my own account details?
I'm thinking you're talking about Common Troll.
No, not at all. I wouldn't trust him with my account details.
I think last time I played Troll, we were pretty matched.
I know he was pretty good. Whenever, the first day I got into it, I played up against him. I played against him, and then he brought these ships. I'm like, I don't even know how to make these ships. What's going on? He just runs over me. Like, I only had ground forces because I didn't know how to make, like, ships and all that kind of stuff, and he just completely destroyed me. I don't even think I played single player. I just played multiplayer straight in against him, and he...
You're doing it right.
No. I have to do single player to learn stuff first and then go into multiplayer.
Yeah, it's so different though. You don't learn much.
Well, at least I
you
know
learn the names of stuff that you don't get to play.
I guess.
Like, that's what I need to know is
it has
different,
like different
troops
units
and stuff.
Shit too. That's the trouble.
Yeah.
Like right at the beginning of the Wings of Liberty campaign, it gives you like medics and stuff to heal your units, and they don't even exist in multiplayer.
And there was like some of the old StarCraft stuff that it gives you in one of them.
Yeah, like the fire bats. Yeah. You don't get them in multiplayer. Well, I think you do
you
now.
You kind of do now, yeah. The Hellions can transform. They're like little transformers.
So when's the third? When's the third expansion pack coming up? Because that's what I want to do. The Proteus.
Next year, I think.
Protoss, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I haven't played in so long.
Proteus is a game for stoners.
What is it? Because I've heard of that.
It's basically a really colourful fucking landscape that you just go around, and there's like really pretty sounds and
there is music. No playing anything in it.
I got off my face one night and decided to play that. It was a pleasant half an hour.
It sounds like an interactive screensaver.
Pretty much was, yeah.
Kind of. I got I got it, went in, and I was like, what do I do? Like, I'm just walking around this mountain. Click, it's off. I'm done.
I forgot the name of that.
All it needed was a dose of LSD.
People keep. What's the name of that space game that people keep trying to get me to play? And that guy just lost a ton of stuff that would have been worth a load. They have these huge space battles, but basically it's an interactive screensaver and spreadsheet.
EVE Online?
EVE Online, yeah. People keep trying to get me to play that, and I'm like, no.
I hope nobody is like really into EVE Online and listen to this. They're like, Dan, I'm going to kill you.
Oh, I hope they are, because then maybe we might get some feedback for once.
I know that they sponsored a UFC fighter recently, which was pretty cool to see a game on his fight shorts.
Well, I guess they were really good at figuring out who could win on paper. Beat on paper, even. Anyway, Lee, you've been chatting. What have you been up to and playing? And have you wiped any random asses or?
I've wiped plenty of asses. That's my job. Hey.
Oh, actually, a mutual friend of ours. What was her name? Heidi Smythe.
Oh yeah.
She works as a nurse, and
she wiped your ass?
No, but she went into this room where there was this fairly old guy, and he was obviously boshing one off under the sheets while she was in there, and she was trying to sort some stuff out, and he came on his own chin.
Nice.
Yeah. So she had to wipe it off.
That's a good, strong, healthy prostate that old geezer's got.
I just imagined the guy saying, "Oh, terribly sorry, I meant to come on your chin."
Oh, Heidi, you came.
Oh, I've got to watch Spaced again. And all you American listeners that haven't seen Spaced, you've got to watch it. It's brilliant.
You mean like me?
Yeah. And you've got to watch Firefly.
Jeremy won't like the Facebook page until I do that.
So, yeah, sorry, Lee, I kind of spoke all over you then.
That's fine. Just really been working and chipped away at a little bit of Borderlands 2. Been playing Minecraft with you guys.
Yeah.
And been putting a lot of hours into Robocraft over the last few days with you.
Yeah, you have indeed. You found out about it recently, didn't you?
Yeah, you told me about it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
And then it's pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's on Steam. It came up on the front page, and I was like, oh, another Steam Greenlight game. I was like, oh, hang on, this one's free. And then I looked at it, I was like, that looks interesting. And I downloaded it, and straight away, as soon as I started playing, I was like, Lee, you'll love this.
Yeah.
And I think that night you started playing it, didn't you, or the night after?
Yeah.
And
pretty much didn't stop playing it until I went to work.
Did you want to tell everyone what it's what happens, how it works?
It's your at the moment it's pretty much just capture the base battles with tanks or hovercrafts or planes that you've constructed from blocks and weapons, and you basically level up and gain more currency to buy more blocks and unlock tiers of weapons and armor and shit like that. It leaves a lot of room for creativity, which is great for me because I like to make things.
Yeah,
and then blow them up.
But part of the problem is it allows people to be really creative, and you and I both seem to end up on the team where absolute idiots at designing robots.
Like the idiot who makes a base with maybe 4 wheels, a fucking huge giraffe neck with a single gun on top of it.
Yeah,
whenever
we'll
just go forward, neck off, and then you're useless.
Because mass and the position of the mass makes a difference. So if you've got something that's really top heavy, as soon as you accelerate, you end up flipping backwards.
Dude, well,
you're screwed.
Sorry, I was playing it earlier, and I saw this hilarious design. It was a guy with a cockpit on the top, and he had a column of helium blocks which makes you float, and a couple of thrusters, and one of the more powerful guns of, I think it was tier 3, like right at the bottom. And every time he took a shot, he would swing upwards like a pendulum, and he would have to wait until he swung back down to take his next shot.
I know I've heard Dan a lot. I've heard Dan a lot on TeamSpeak going, "Oh, God damn it, that guy moved and he tipped over and he's on his side, and God damn it." He's like freaking out the whole time. He's like, "My teammates are idiots."
But there was this one guy I saw where he obviously had a problem with his vehicle flipping over, so he just put wheels all over it. So it didn't matter what happened, but he couldn't control the thing, and he was just flipping over all the time whilst trying to get anywhere, and his guns were never pointing in the direction that he was trying to aim at, and it was like, wow.
Can you not just put big giant wheels on, so it's like that old, I don't know if you remember it, the Rebound 4x4 RC car?
Yeah, I remember it.
I do remember that. The wheels are all roughly the same diameter. They get a bit wider as you go up the tiers, so you can't have like a massive kind of monster truck wheels on there at the moment. I mean, it might come, but the thing is, because
DLC, bring it. Give me some big wheels.
It's an early alpha at the moment, so
and you kind of
for more stuff.
Really wouldn't want that, because you can aim at individual sections on someone's robot and take them out. So if there's massive wheels,
is it like VATS?
Well, it's not VATS. You just aim with the mouse and shoot like an FPS, and it's so you can. There's like flying things. If you take out like the entire one side of someone's thrusters, then they'll just be spinning around in circles and they won't be able to control themselves. Or if you take out someone's guns, then all they can do is drive around and try to ram
Star
you.
Citizen, where someone takes out your wing or something like that, and you're just spinning around in circles.
Yeah. Take out someone's right thruster. Yeah. Graphically, it's kind of Minecrafty, isn't it? For the vehicles, not for the land. It's
it serves a purpose. It's not an ugly game by any stretch of the imagination.
The maps themselves are completely not blocky or anything. They're really nicely made, and the ice is fantastic. You've got frozen levels, and as soon as you get on the ice, you lose all your traction, and you just keep going in that direction until you hit something where you can pick up a bit of friction and drive off.
Was it you or somebody else? Because I can't remember if you were saying, "Oh, I went on the ice and I can't go anywhere," or somebody else was just sliding across.
I think that was me.
Yeah, that's happened to me as well.
Oh,
but
man.
yeah, it's a fantastic game. It's free. Check it out. Lee and I both really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's great fun.
The only annoying thing is you can only have teams of 3 at the moment.
So it's
unless you
Destiny,
pay.
then.
If you get a if you get a I can't remember what they call it, but a premium account, then you can add another slot and get more. So I guess it could end up being pay to win because you can get more credits that you can use.
I wouldn't
for
say
other
it's pay to win because it's set in tiers.
Well, yeah, but it could
I would say
be.
they'd have to put it like if there's a team of 3, they can't put it against a team of 4 because that's kind of wrong.
Oh no, it's what is it? 10 a side, 12 a side.
I think it's 12 a side.
Yeah, it's 12 a side. So if you're in a group of
you mean
3
you
or
can only
4
have
people,
3 friends?
well, 2 friends.
2 friends. Well, 3 friends playing together.
Yeah. On the basic account, if you get a premium account, you can have 4. I don't know if you can add more slots after that.
Can I just say that sounds like bullshit?
Yeah, it does actually.
I don't like that.
It is annoying, but the thing is, the free account's still a lot of fun.
Unless you've got more than 2 friends.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people don't really. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, but surely the whole point in a 10v10 multiplayer game or whatever ultimately is to have 10 people communicating to win the game, right?
Well, yeah, but it's early days. It's is it alpha or pre-alpha? I think it's alpha.
It's
so
alpha.
we don't know what they're going to do. They might open it up now. It might just be, kind of a server issue or whatever, or some kind of issues they've got at the moment.
They've openly admitted that the multiplayer is a bit rickety at the moment.
Oh yeah, I mean it can take ages to get into a game if you're unlucky. Although we only had one situation where that happened, didn't we?
I think that was just a server reset.
Yeah.
It never lasts for any longer than 5 minutes, and then you're back in.
Yeah, and most of the times...
That's another thing I like about it is the matches are really quite short, but once you go back into your garage, repair and everything, which is automatic, you just have to pay a little bit of currency to repair it again. Just hit B and then you're back in the action again.
Yeah, and it generally doesn't take long at all. I mean, I've had to wait longer for games of League of Legends to get in.
Yeah.
Or
Titanfall.
Yeah, or Titanfall, or Call of Duty.
I've queued for 10 minutes to get a Dota game before.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. It's free. There's nothing to lose. Give it a go. You might like it. Isn't that right, Lee?
Indeed. I love it.
Yeah. Gary still hasn't played it. I've been trying to get him to play it, but he's like, oh no, I'm playing Minecraft.
Oh, Gary's a twat.
Actually, talking of Gary, what have you been playing?
I'm playing taking a selfie and putting it up on Twitter.
Duckface. Hashtag YOLO.
No, I have this nice knife that Courtney got me. At the, not Renaissance Festival, but fair that happened. It's like redneck and a half because of where we live.
America, we went to a redneck fair. Do you mean a bar?
No. No.
Was it a hootenanny?
We did go to a bar yesterday. But for the week, I really haven't done anything other than work and play games. I'll get into games in a second. But so today, I get a message from Mr. Shannon Reifenberg from the Nintendo Oki podcast. And because he got Steam and I gave him every single game in my Steam what the hell is it called? Where all my gifts are kept and everything.
The items.
The inventory.
That's what,
yeah. I gave him basically everything that I had in there so I could clear it out because nobody else wants them. So I gave him a bunch of games and then I was like, The only thing I ask of you is if you can look for a deal on a PS Vita, because I'm like, I don't want to pay $250 for one. So today I got a message from him, and he found a PS Vita for $99 in Memphis, where he lives or whatever. And I told him he'll have to wait till Thursday to get the money whenever I get paid, but he's going to pick it up and he's going to ship it to me, and I'm going to have a PS Vita. I'm excited. And then he told me the only thing he needs is a charger.
I thought you were going to say the only thing he needs is a memory card.
That's a given. I'm going to have to buy a memory card, a big memory card for it. And then I'm going to have to get PlayStation. Yeah, that should be what they're called now by one of the news articles we're going to be talking about. But PlayStation Plus, so I can get all the free games that they have coming out and everything.
They're not free if you have to pay.
Free with the membership.
That you have to pay for.
They're still free with the whatever. Anyway, but yeah, he may have already bought it. I don't know, but he's going to ship it. And once I give him the money, of course, and it's awesome, and I can't wait to get it and play all those games that I now have. And then I bought the charger already that he told me to get because I had the money for that. I didn't do anything. I've been drinking and stuff all week. Oh, if people can't tell, yeah, it's 3 British to 1 American, so...
At last!
The Redcoats are winning this week.
I think you'll find we always win in the end.
You've just been biding your time. But what I've been playing, it's been very small this week. The list is Guild Wars 2. Played through the new content with the wife and everything. Finished that off. It's very interesting what could have happened, but apparently may not happen. I don't know yet. But can't tell because it didn't really finish. But it's really interesting what's going on. And then
the ambiguity.
But like the link I put in the other news stuff, Dan, there's a fan that put like together a trailer and stuff of basically like what's happened so far, like up to Scarlet and all that stuff at the end of Scarlet.
Yeah, I saw a link for that on YouTube or Facebook or something, and I was just like,
It's really interesting what they did.
Scarlet.
Yeah.
Well, it's not more Scarlet really. Like Scarlet is basically gone now. In this last episode, I think they barely mentioned Scarlet at all. It was just talk of the dragon and shit. I gotta mention this. I was streaming on Twitch Guild Wars 2 because thanks to Mr. Bobby Gooding talking about how you can use OBS with the Elgato, I finally found a way to get the audio to work with my Elgato and stream and everything. So I was streaming Guild Wars 2, and now I can stream everything on my computer. So be prepared for putt-putt or something. I don't know.
I wasn't joking when I said OBS for the win.
Yeah. Yes, it is very, very helpful. I didn't know that you could do that. I should have looked that up. That was probably the next thing I would have tried. I don't know. Probably not. I'm an idiot. But yes, I got that. Now I can stream everything. And Guild Wars 2 does not like being streamed because of all the action going on. It cut out 100 times.
10 minutes, and then it's like, nah, I had enough now.
Well, like, it's perfectly fine whenever there's not a ton of people and a bunch of action, just all this shit going on at once.
Just like every 10 minutes.
Depends where you are. It could be going constantly for like 3 hours.
Yeah, you could just walk into Lion's Arch and go, oh, there's a load of people. As you know, not that many people in Lion's Arch anymore, are there?
Kind of. I saw Tylos there yesterday. I was talking to him. He wanted me to do a fractal. And then I talked to somebody else about a necromancer, and we talked for a while, and then the wife was like, come on, I want to do this shit. So I had to leave. I was like, but... Oh, yeah, and I put up on the stream, I was like, yeah, look at this girl and her scantily dressedness, and it's probably a guy playing her.
Well, we all know
Was
what.
I on?
No, but we do know what MMORPG stands for, don't we?
I don't remember what that says exactly, but it's something about male playing women. Something.
Mostly men online role-playing girls.
Yeah, that's what it is. There you go.
I remember when I was playing Final Fantasy XI, I was a Mithra, which was pretty much the cat girl race. And I was just wandering around minding my own business. I think I was farming. And this guy just comes over to me and says, "You're too pretty for me not to know you." Like, okay.
The best part's whenever you keep in the role of the girl. Just to
Yeah,
fuck with them.
fortunately for him, I actually said to him, like, word of advice, don't try to come onto a Mithra because we are mostly men.
Well, actually, since we've got onto it, the Overseas Connection podcast, I think on their last show, they were talking about men playing as women in games. Whether or not it's some kind of transgender fantasy shit going on. And I replied...
guys wanting to look at the asses.
Yeah, well, I replied saying, well, the reason why my main character in Guild Wars 2 is female is because I didn't want to spend nearly 2,000 hours looking at a bloke's ass. What's gay about that? Nothing.
Yeah, I pretty much, when it comes to role-playing games, I pretty much exclusively play female characters just because I think they look better than men. That's the bottom line, really. I don't want to be a girl. I just think girls are fucking cool.
In my main playthrough of Mass
girls
Effect...
is cool.
Oh, yeah. On my main playthrough of Mass Effect, I went with standard male shepherd.
Bro Shep.
Yeah.
See, that's I make my own character whenever I can.
You see, I didn't fall into that trap because the importing your character thing never works properly, and when it does work, you're still like, well, that's not what he looked like.
Mine went perfectly fine.
Yeah,
mine worked, but it didn't look the same.
Right.
If you go for the standard character, it'll look the same all the way through the series because he's on the freaking box.
Yeah, I think I said before that when I made my FemShep, it was pretty much exactly the same as FemShep from Mass Effect 3, and that was my character from Mass Effect 1 when it came out in 2007?
Yeah, they were watching.
Damn, was it that long ago?
I think it was
7
or 8.
Jesus, man.
It's still playable now, though. It's a fantastic game.
Yeah.
I don't know. After Mass Effect 2, I couldn't play Mass Effect 1.
Yeah. You get
but the good news,
it felt clunky and horrible.
Mass Effect 4, or, whatever they're going to call it, the Mako's coming back.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, you really don't like
you're
the
going to be
Mako?
spending a significant amount of time in it.
As long as they add a bit more to the
I'm
exploration.
sure they did a lot better, or they're going to do a lot better than they did.
Well, hang on. It was better pootling around a planet than just scanning a planet for stuff that may or may not be there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, that was shit.
I don't know. Once it had a few joints, it was a pretty sedate way just to get richer.
Well, yeah, but I just love being able to be on another planet and look around and see
that was exactly the same, just had a palette swap.
Well, that's what No Man's Sky is going to be for you.
Oh yeah, we'll be getting onto that in a bit. So yeah, I guess that's what you've been playing, isn't it,
I've
Gary?
only gotten Guild Wars. I didn't get to do Minecraft.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
No.
Well, you've done that now, so
Yeah. I need to say a few things. It's been a long, crazy week on Minecraft.
Oh, it's been a horrible week.
Oh, we'll get into that in one second. But I have been streaming on Twitch every single day this week of Minecraft. And surprisingly, people want to watch Minecraft.
Still.
I know. And I get on, people are talking in the Twitch, and thanks to Dan, I use the Twitch app now, and I have it set right under my computer screen, so I don't have to have it like half and half, and I can watch the chat, and if it's not showing up in Twitch for some reason, or in Minecraft for some reason, I can look at it on my phone and see what people are saying, and then answer them, and get into a conversation.
This guy's a fag.
Surprisingly, none of that.
I had to tell Gary how to enable developer options on his Android phone.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
I never heard of that. And then, having to hit something or press something 7 times is kind of weird. It's like an Easter egg.
I think it's so you don't accidentally
phone.
do it. It's the first time every time I get a new Android phone, that's the first thing I do. Open developer options and start tweaking it.
Yeah, that definitely helps for getting the phone to stay on while it's charging.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I finished off my castle, the outside of it at least, and then I moved on to the inside, and I had a gigantic hall downstairs where all my stoves were and everything, and made like a whole dining area for like the king, queen, and well, basically, since it's my castle, my subjects and everything. It looked awesome, amazing, and everything. And then I was going to move on to... What was I doing? Oh, I started to work on the library. And...
Yeah, you were getting hold of a load of leather and paper and...
Pain in the ass.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I was making an underwater kind of Bond villain base.
Yeah, you've been working on that extensively.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then during my streaming of doing the bookshelf stuff, the server crashes. Basically, there's like an hour or so of just streaming of nothing but us talking, and Brandon's trying to get everything fixed, and nothing's working right. He comes over the house to stop the stream. He's trying to figure stuff out. He's using my computer because it's a lot faster than using a laptop. And couldn't figure anything out. Still, nothing has been figured out. The thing is down. We started a new server starting from scratch now, and it's not as cool anymore right now because I want my castle back. And like, I would have been fine maybe starting over if like the castle was finished and I felt satisfied with what I did, but I never got to finish what I started, and I'm like all sad, and I hope it comes back up soon. But like the new server we're in right now is kind of crazy and awesome. There's like a gigantic mountain with a gigantic like hole burrowed through it and everything.
It's a pretty nonsensical landscape, really.
Yeah, there's different biomes really close to the spawn point as well.
Yeah, we made the spawn point, but like, yeah, it's got a clay mountain. It's got a desert right next to that. It's got this, I don't know what you call that mountainous biome kind of place that we're staging our base kind of in.
Yeah, there seems like there's a bit of jungle there as well, and
yeah,
it's cool.
It's really interesting. But the last 2 days, been playing in the creative mode before we started this up. Probably like 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago now. But my cousin and I went straight. We're trying to figure out what I wanted to do and everything with it. And I started by just completely demolishing a mountain. And it turned from demolishing some land to taking the whole place, and probably 4 hours of our work just taking all the dirt down the one level. And it was ridiculous. Like, it's so, like, looking at the screenshots and everything, I don't think I took a before picture because I didn't think about it. But, like, he took all the stone that was there and made it dirt. And, like, it's just insane. And I put, like, a town center. I put a dock in. Put a well. And I made a cathedral kind of place, which everyone says is a pyramid, that I've seen cathedrals look like pyramid-looking things. Shut up. But it's just been crazy doing that stuff. I kind of don't want to play as much because I don't have my stuff back, but I'm probably going to do some stuff because I kind of want to make like an Ewok village or something in the middle of this mountain because it looks awesome.
And Dan will make the city of the Gungans.
Oh God. But yeah, I've been streaming a lot of stuff, and at the end of the show, I'll get into everything else with that. But that's it for what I've been playing. Crazily, nothing I've been playing really. So, Dan, go into what you've been playing that most of us have been playing.
I've been playing a load of stuff, but most of that's been mentioned, so I'll be as quick as possible. Obviously, Robocraft with Lee, bit of that. Minecraft with Lee and Gary. You've heard all about that, so never mind. Sherlock Holmes: The Awakened Remastered Edition. I played a bit of that whilst playing around with AMD's new GVR, they call it, game video recording thing that's part of what used to be called Raptor and now it's called AMD Gaming Evolved. Now, this will work on NVIDIA cards and AMD cards now. I can't remember. There is a base. If you've got a crappy AMD or NVIDIA card, it won't work, but it's a fair way back. I think it's like 500 series, 5000 series AMD cards and similar age NVIDIA cards, so it's not too steep, the cutoff, and it works really well, like NVIDIA's Shield Play or whatever. No, not Shield. Shadow Play. It uses the graphics card to handle the transferring the data and everything, so it's not too CPU intensive at all. And I recorded possibly the dullest TGM check ever of that, so don't bother checking it out.
You didn't even put it up on the site.
Yeah, I know. There's one bit at the end. I had a knife and there was a pug, and I was like, "Oh, can I stab the?" No, I can't stab the pug. So yeah, if I could have stabbed
anyway,
the pug,
why would you want to stab a pug?
Yeah, I'm with Lee on this one.
Well, it's not a real pug. It's just in the game. I wanted to see what I could do, but yeah, it's standard point and click adventure fare.
That's like
the
a
voice
precursor
acting
to like school shooters and stuff.
I'm not actually going to go out and stab a pug.
That's what you say now.
Yeah, that's how it starts, man.
I mean, I don't particularly like pugs, but I wouldn't stab one.
I like pugs. I think they're awesome.
I don't like the sound they make when they breathe. Anyway, the voice acting is far better than the first Sherlock Holmes game, and obviously it looks a lot better. And it seems like the way you interact with the world is better. I haven't had a case where there's been something in the middle of the room where I can only walk down one side of it, and there's like an invisible wall down.
So when it says remastered edition, it means like how it should have been in the first place edition.
Yeah, pretty much. Star Citizen, obviously I've been playing more of that, mainly because my new flight sticks arrived, and it's brilliant. For those who haven't listened or have forgotten, I've got the X52 Pro by Cytec, which is obviously part of Mad Catz, and I don't normally recommend Mad Catz controllers because... No,
they are shit.
But when it comes to flight sticks, the Cytec part of they make some really good flight sticks. So well worth the money.
Mad Catz just makes me think of like really terrible old like PlayStation 2 controllers and stuff.
Yeah, it makes me think of Lee's old terrible Xbox 360 controller that made a horrible farting sound whenever he pressed, whenever it rumbled.
Yeah, and I hammered that trigger button so much that I smashed its innards.
Yeah. But yeah, their flight stick's really good. Maybe not as good as some of the way more expensive ones, but still very good. The X52 Pro, absolutely brilliant. The X52 is very good as well, but I'd suggest spending the little bit extra to get the Pro. It has twice the amount of sensors, so it's a bit more accurate, and you can change the color of the LEDs, and it's just awesome. So yeah, that. Oh, and I got a week's trial of WildStar, the MMO from. I can't remember who it's by.
Deep Silver?
I have no idea.
I can't remember at all. But yeah, Dan tried to get me and or Teflon and I into it, and yeah, that didn't work out too well because by the time I could try to get it, it was gone.
Yeah, those keys went so quickly. It's published by the same publisher as Guild Wars 2.
Blah blah blah. I can't remember it now.
ArenaNet.
That's the one.
No, ArenaNet's the ones that made it.
Shut up, you.
NCSoft.
I
That's
know
the
what
one.
I'm talking
that's what
about.
it's,
It's
yeah.
published by NCSoft. It's by Carbine Studios, and it's an MMO with a sub, so I'm not actually going to play it. It seems interesting. It's just more of that MMO fare. I tried to record a bit of it. I was going to do it again, but now I think my week's trial's up, so I can't really talk much about it. I played for 10 minutes and then completely forgot to play any more of it. So I don't know, but it could be fun. Honestly, I haven't given it the time. And I think that's about it. So we are going to take a break. You're going to listen to some music, and we should be back with the news. Okay, we are back. We have the news, and Gary is taking the first article with something about our favourite company, EA.
Bastards!
The number one worst company in, I think it's America, for like the past 3 years, something like that.
I don't think
No, I
they
don't
got
think
it
they got it this year. No.
Yeah, no, they didn't get it this year.
And that's the thing. They're not actually the worst company in America.
No, they're
there
just
are far
assholes.
worse companies. They're
Yeah.
How
just
about the ones that make all those rockets and missiles and send them to like Middle East?
yeah.
They're probably the worst company. They're blowing people off.
Company of America.
But people aren't supposed to know about that.
Not to mention the drugs companies that are sickening on cures for things, but they're not actually releasing them because it's not profitable.
Yeah, that happens.
Anyway, it's getting political here. Should we talk games?
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, it's going with EA, and yeah, so EA has this subscription-based service going on now, and apparently it's for Xbox One. I'm guessing it's probably going to move on to others later on and everything like that. But yeah, they're doing this thing where it's $4.99, so $5 a month. You pay them, and you get games, which is what people have been talking about for I think a while. I know we've talked about it, I've heard other people talk about it, where you should pay only so much a month, or not so much a month, like so much a year, to get access to like these upgrades of games that people have. And so like this is coming with, and I don't know if it's going to expand later on or whatnot, but right now what they're saying is Madden 25, FIFA 14, Battlefield 4, and Paygo 2 are going to be a part of this. So you're paying, if it's $5 a month, it's going to be like $60 a year, even though this is $30 a year. But I did the math and it's 60, so I don't understand it.
Maybe it's cheaper if you pay for a year up front or something.
Yeah, I think it is. I think, like with Xbox Live, for example, if you get the year one in one go, it's cheaper than buying it monthly.
That's on like
Except you
$15,
still
not
feel
like
you've been
double.
scammed.
Yeah, so like $30 in a year for 4 games, Paygo 2, But like, you know, Battlefield, if you get like, what people have been saying is like Madden games, you just update the roster every year and people will be fine.
And a little bit of polish.
Yeah, like, they only do a little bit of work and they're asking, $60 every year for it. So if you're going to pull this up, doing the subscription-based model, anybody that plays these, because I'm guessing, like, sports games or not, I shouldn't say sports, it's sports games, but like, Madden, FIFA, UFC, all the stuff that EA does. If they put all this into there and people are just paying so much, they may make more money because a lot more people will do it than, say, paying $60 for every game.
Well, maybe. But then what happens if, like, you start off with, like, okay, yeah, I love those games, except maybe Peggle 2, but that's fine. I can, it still covers it with FIFA, Madden, and Battlefield. But what happens if the year after it's no longer FIFA, Madden, and Battlefield, and it's Mass Effect and something else, and you're like, well, I don't like those games.
Well, I would think they'd add more and not take away. I don't know. Or
but no one's going to want to play.
Remember, we're talking about EA.
Yeah.
No one's going to want to play FIFA 14 when FIFA 15's out.
Well, no, I'm hoping that they upgrade it every year. I guess they haven't announced it yet, but like, it is a subscription base. But if they're putting out the new game, you'd think they'd be updating or upgrading to the new game every year and not keeping one game.
Because we don't know yet. My objection is, well, what happens if next year they don't add FIFA 15 to it, but they put something else in instead, and then all the people that bought it because it's got FIFA, Madden, and Battlefield are pissed off because they're the three main games they like, and suddenly, the next year those games aren't there, and they've got to go back and pay full price for them.
Well,
I mean, that's going to be annoying for people.
BioWare is a part of EA, which remade the ending to Mass Effect 3, so I think if enough people bitch, they'll probably have to change something. True. They will change something. But yeah, like they say, you also get the ability to play games before they launch to the general public as trials, and that says like Madden NFL 15, FIFA 15, NHL 15, and Dragon Age Inquisition to start. So
you're kind of making sure it works for them and doing some of their work for them.
Kind of like doing the beta access kind of stuff.
I don't agree with paying for beta access. I really don't. I know that's technically
what if you're getting that as an extra?
Well, yeah. But, when you're setting the price, it's up to you what you call extras and what you say is included,
I still think it could be pretty good in the end if they do it right. Like, it's not, it's not out yet. They set up a beta for it, but it's not out yet. So we still have to see what happens. Maybe we'll be excited for it in the end. Maybe we'll be like, oh, that's gonna suck. But yeah, other than that, Dan, you can go into the next part, which deals with this.
Yeah. Now, you might be wondering why this isn't turning up on the PS4, why it's Xbox One only. And that's because Sony doesn't think it's any good for their customers. In an interview with Game Informer, some dude from Sony said, we evaluated the EA Access subscription offering and decided that it does not bring the kind of value PlayStation customers have come to expect. PlayStation Plus memberships are up more than 200% since the launch of PlayStation 4, which shows that gamers are looking for memberships that offer a multitude of services across various devices for one low price. We don't think asking our fans to pay an additional $5 a month for this EA-specific program represents good value to the PlayStation gamer. And yeah, they bring up a good point here, but you know what the main point is? Games should be priced reasonably, not stupidly expensive for the length of the games, especially with like single player games that only last like 6 hours for $60. I think that's a little bit excessive. And perhaps they should be free to play on. Oh, I don't know. Maybe people should just get PCs. I really don't understand the whole console thing anymore. I'm sorry.
These are the last ones. There won't be any more. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, as Gary said, this thing, £5 a month. And yeah, if you do it on a month-by-month basis, it is going to cost you a lot more. You can just do it for $30 a year. But, if you look at if you compare it with Netflix, which is only a few dollars more, you get a lot more than 4 things you can watch.
And I kind of agree with the Sony stuff. Like, I mean, when you look at what you get on PlayStation Plus, I mean, I'm a bit out of the loop, but they like add new games every month and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like, it seems far better value than getting a few EA games, of which 2 of them are Madden and FIFA, which I think there's probably not a lot of crossover between those. Like, you're probably either a fan of FIFA or a fan of Madden. Like, you're probably not going to play both of them. I don't know how much that is the case, but that's...
Well, it depends on the person, really. Like, there's a lot of people that play just sports games, so they play all of them all the time, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I really like sports, but I never go outside to play them.
Well, that is just like... I mean, come on.
We all know someone like that, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called esports pro gamers.
I mean, like,
they never go outside.
I love playing FIFA, but I never play football outside.
I love playing Guitar Hero, but I don't make any real music.
Yeah, but that's not really a guitar.
No, but a lot of people who play guitar say, you should just play the real guitar.
I play guitar and I fucking love Guitar Hero.
Rock Band, then, so you know.
No, Rocksmith.
Or sorry, yeah, Rocksmith.
I'm still waiting on my brother to buy me a guitar.
I got a guitar. I still haven't gotten Rocksmith to teach me better because I've only had limited teaching of myself.
So anyway, back to the news. Sony doesn't like it. I don't like it. What's next, Bowie?
Deep Silver bought the Homefront name and stuff, I guess, from Crytek. Because Crytek are going through financial troubles, apparently. And as I said, I'm out of the loop again, so I don't know the full Crytek story, but apparently they've had, missed paychecks and all kinds of weird shit for Crytek
people not
UK.
turning up for work and stuff. It looked like Crytek were really going to go down.
People were leaving because they weren't paying them and everything, and I think that's finally gotten situated as far as I've heard.
Yeah, Crytek are becoming a digital publisher, like just online, no discs or anything now. And obviously renting out use for CryEngine.
They're in 2014.
Yeah. They're kind of, that Steam thing seems to work.
So what about like CryEngine and stuff like that? Because I'd imagine that's fairly profitable for them, right?
Yeah, apparently not enough. There's some huge games that are still, that are coming out that use it. You'd think they'd be getting some kind of money for it. I mean, Star Citizens uses CryEngine 3. A heavily modded version of CryEngine 3 that they've
I must say I did get a little worried whenever Crytek was going down and Star Citizen and all that stuff was.
Oh, it wouldn't affect them at all. They'd still be able to use it. And
well, I'm sure they do updates of that kind of stuff as well. And if it wasn't getting any more updates, I know they're doing their own thing.
They've got
with
guys that used to work for Crytek working at CIG.
That's true.
So.
Yeah,
it's not a problem.
I'll say I wasn't that worried, but I was worried about what could happen if they're not getting any updates to it and stuff like that. But I know I know Star Citizen's going to be awesome no matter what. So
I mean, if it came to it, they've got the people there. They could make their own engine. It would just mean a longer delay.
Yeah.
In the game coming out, so it's not going to be an issue. But yeah.
Yeah, Deep Silver buys Homefront. I don't know why they did that. But if I was Crytek,
gonna be an awesome game.
If I was Crytek and I needed the money, and I had something like Homefront, and someone offered me money for it, I'd be like, "Yeah, you can have that one."
Yeah, that'll help us out. I think the next Homefront, there's just been a fair bit of work done on it, so it's not just the name that Deep Silver have bought. It's
it's the actual next game.
Yeah, I think they showed it off at E3, right? And a lot of people are all excited about it. So.
Yeah, it's meant to come out next year, so there's a lot of work that's already been done on it. If it was CIG, it would be in a public alpha test right now. But yeah, it's kind of sad, Crytek UK having all that trouble. But
is this where we bring up tax breaks?
Yeah, I think it is.
Because it's something that people have been begging for. And
it's something the government's been talking about but never doing.
Just not actually implementing it. It's just ridiculous, and we're just going to end up losing even more of the games industry, which kind of pretty much was birthed here.
Yeah, and we have some incredible people, designers and coders in the UK. I mean, if you go to Guildford, you've got Lionhead, Criterion, and a load of other game developers that I can't seem to remember. It's like the hub of British game design in Guildford.
Yeah,
it's incredible. But
all the media outlets and stuff are moving there as well.
Yeah. And in the States, they get offered tax breaks for everything. Well, entertainment-wise. Well, okay, maybe not whorehouses, but game studios.
They get no tax studios. If it's a whorehouse because it's illegal, right? So you don't pay any.
Not
tax
in some states.
No, there's a couple, right?
But yeah,
tax it. Tax that pussy.
Good to know that Crytek hopefully isn't going to be going down. But if you're interested in Homefront, the Revolution, the director, Hazit Zawa, is heading up the game. He's gone over to Deep Silver, I think. So, yay. Oh, and
so it looks like they've made a new studio to work on it.
Yeah.
Dambuster Studios. They're saying on Kotaku that they're unsure whether it's just a renamed version of the old Crytek UK team that was working on it.
Dambuster Studios.
Indeed.
So, yeah. Interesting times. That was an old curse, wasn't it? Well, may you live in interesting... Anyway, let's press on. Any more to say about that? I don't know.
I don't think so,
Scroll
really.
through. It's up to Bobby. It's his piece.
I'm done.
Okay, Bobby.
Sell it quicker.
Lee!
Apparently, PlayStation Now is still way too expensive. Right now on PS4, you can enjoy 90 days of the PS3 racing game Formula 1 2013 for the low price of $49.99.
Whoa!
Thanks.
And if that's too rich,
10 quid.
And if that's too rich for your blood, you could try 90 days of NASCAR 14 for $39.99 or 90 days of Dirt 3 for $26.99.
It's better.
Or if you're not in the mood for a racing game, you could rent Deus Ex Revolution for 90 days for $30. You may as well buy it
on Steam on a sale for $5.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. What's it on Steam right now? Not in a sale.
I doubt it's more than
No, it's gonna. I mean, it's
pick it up
probably
for,
gonna be $20.
about £15, I reckon.
No, I think it's more than that. Regular.
You can't outsearch me.
$12.99. See, £10 to £15, $12.99.
Wait, really?
That's for the director's cut.
Yeah. See, you can get it even cheaper than that.
Oh, I spelled Deus wrong.
Well, yeah, there was the Humble Bundle where you could get Deus Ex and a load of other stuff for like $10.
Yeah.
So, including the Fall, Invisible War, the original Deus Ex, and other stuff.
So, Lee, as you've got it up in front of you, how many hours of Deus Ex can you rent for $12.99? The equivalent of a Steam version, roughly.
I guess it depends how quick you play it, doesn't it?
No, how many hours do you get? If you pay £13, how many hours can you play it for before the PlayStation? No more.
I haven't played it yet, so I wouldn't know.
Well, no, 4 hours would be $5.
Yeah, so you could get about 10 hours of Deus Ex for the same price as the whole game. That's what I was looking for.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how much.
The thing I don't get here is $6.99 for 7 days, $4.99 4 hours.
I mean, it's still in beta, thank God. But like, they've done this completely stupid. Like, do you really think
it's gone as far as beta?
Hang on, weren't they saying that the EA thing wasn't value for money?
Well, they definitely think it's value for money.
I think in the case of
People
a game
don't
like,
think it is.
In the case of a game like Deus Ex, which is such a big, massive game, it's probably more profitable to give them 4 hours for nothing.
Yeah.
And then
try
say,
it out, see if you like it.
If you want to play on, you're going to have to buy it.
Yeah.
At least for RPG style games,
Like,
where it's
online
going to take you like 40. Yeah, for games
Like
that are
on
going to
Live
take you
does.
hours.
Every single game on Live, you can play it for free for half an hour to see if you like it before you commit to buying it.
Mm.
Yeah, see, I like On Live. Even though I
I do
don't
as well.
use it, I like its model. It just makes sense.
It just needs
It's
be
one thing
fit
that's
for
making me look forward to a long trip in hospital.
That
Oh man, this game I
can
just
be
wanted to play for a
arranged.
while. Like break a leg.
No, the NHS for a broken leg, you'll be in and out in a day.
Yeah.
Most of that day, you'll be waiting in A&E.
Yeah, you will spend more time waiting than you would having your leg treated.
Yeah.
That's for
Isn't
sure.
that any hospital?
I guess it depends on the break. If you end up having to have like pins put in and stuff.
Yeah, that might take a little bit longer.
But hey, at least it's free. Or at least we've already paid for it through our taxes.
Yeah. Fair the point of view.
Yeah, you don't have to like sit around playing your PlayStation rented games with a broken leg because you can't afford to go to the hospital.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's just this whole renting the games shit.
Yeah, it seems
yeah.
pretty retarded to me.
And for the 90 days, how many of those games are you going to want to rent for 90 days?
For the price of the game.
Yeah,
I think the bottom line here is that video
people
game
are mugs,
companies
and
are
people
just
will pay this.
they're just getting more and more fucking greedy. They're just trying to
I don't
see how much they can monetize the industry.
I don't know if it's greed or if it's like they're suddenly flapping around saying, shit, everything is changing around us and we're still stuck selling these discs in shops, and they're frantically trying to figure out a way to kind of catch up with the times.
So you
And
think
it's
they're
going a bit
accidentally
wrong.
overcharging just because they're panicking?
No, but I think that's why the models are all fucked up.
Mm.
But
Well,
all
Sony
they need
shouldn't
to
be
do,
panicking because they're selling the PS4 a lot better than any other console right now, too.
well,
Oh,
Yeah.
they made profit. I guess I should have the news, but they actually this quarter have made profit instead of losing anything.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah, but-
because they're using such ancient hardware, unlike other consoles where they spent so much on research and development that it took so long. Whereas this time they were just kind of using older hardware in comparison, if you understand what I'm saying.
yeah.
Mm.
That's why the profits are coming in much quicker, in my opinion. But I think like you can see it from like these first few stories, like EA, Sony, everybody's trying to figure out the next big payment model, following on from things like Netflix and stuff like that. And as we move into the digital space rather than physical media, you know.
Yeah, and the thing is, the answer is there. And the answer is what we've been enjoying on PC for years.
Are you
Cheaper
talking about
games.
Steam?
Yeah, cheaper games with digital distribution and awesome sales several times a year.
And Gabe,
Yeah, Gabe. All hail
Good
Gabe.
old Gabe.
Oh, since you've been on the news, have you seen the summer Steam sale, Bobby, with the I can't remember what it's called, and Two Towers. What the hell is that name of the big keep fort? Helm's Deep. That's what it is. That
Uh-huh.
video.
I don't think so.
I will show you that on the next break. You have to watch it and you will piss yourself laughing. I swear to God, you will. I'll find it in a minute. But keep going.
Yeah, I don't understand consoles anymore. I'm getting old.
No, I'm out of touch with consoles. I don't really.
The way
Whoever's
you're
listening
restricted-
with consoles, but PC
Yeah,
Master
the way
Race.
you're restricted to like just that a couple of input devices, and you can't use stuff like proper licensed flight sticks or there's a flight stick you can get for PC that is a direct copy of some US Air Force stick. You can get like a Cessna replica yoke. If you're into flight sims, you can get awesome keyboards and a fantastic mouse, you can use the PlayStation controller, the Xbox controller. You can even use the Wii controller.
You can, but to play devil's advocate a little bit, the console gamers that are listening to this right now are probably saying, Dan, I don't give a fuck about a Cessna flight stick.
Well,
We haven't got any games to use it on.
Yeah, we've got the option to use stuff like that.
Ace Combat.
Talking about flight sticks. Talking about flight sticks, Dan showed me something not too long ago where a guy set up like fucking pistons and shit, and he was doing a racing game.
Yeah, it was an F1 simulator.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't even know why it was going the way it was sometimes. Like, he's like down sideways, up in the air, going down, and he's still looking like he's going straight.
When the screen tilts up in the air, that's to simulate the G-force, pinning you back in the seat when you accelerate.
Oh, Jesus Christ, like, it is just insane. Direction. I think I would, like, I don't feel that, I don't know, I don't think I'd feel that much, or I think I'd get more...
When it tips down, that's to simulate the braking when you're kind of leaning forward in your seat and the harness is pulling you back.
I think I'd get anxiety from playing that stuff, because that just looked like I was gonna throw up.
Oh, I'd love to play Burnout with that.
And it makes you flip around.
Yeah. Today on Facebook, you get like the local stuff for sale. About 10 miles from me, there was a guy giving away a car cockpit that he'd made with a mount for a screen with the wheel and pedals free to whoever would take it. And I was like, you should get that. I was like, well, where am I going to put it? She said, well, you can put it in your sitting room. I was like, I want it to look like a sitting room, not some kind of weird garage where I'm fixing up a plywood car. But it did look kind of cool, and if I had the room for something like that, I probably would.
Just walked into some weird 90s self-homemade arcade or something.
Dan, how many people do you have coming over your place?
Just make yourself like a big plywood box and just house it in there.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised you didn't think of getting that, Dan. Like, really?
For free, I'd have been well up for that.
I probably would have picked it up. But I
picked it up and worried about what I was going to do with it later.
Hang on, I'll find the link for it.
I've just taken the wheel and pedals out of it or something.
Well, yeah, I did think that at the time. I can't fucking find it now. That shitty old PC. Oh, mobility scooter.
What, a simulator?
No. Hang on, how much do they want for it?
That's going to be the next big simulator.
800 quid. Costs $4,000 new. Anyway, we'll keep going through the news. I'll scroll through this and see if I can find it.
See if you can find
it. There's a lot of news to make it through. We should go a little bit faster.
Yeah, Gary, what have we got next?
Alright, so what's next is Hyrule Warriors. I love this shit.
I can't wait to play that online against you.
I hate you. Because this news is about, it's not online, it's local co-op. Which is very sad. Like, it should have had it.
Now, if I had like 2 Wii U's, could I play them like local co-op on a local network, or does it have to be on the same console on the same screen?
No and no. I don't think you could hook it up locally at all. But you like how you play it multiplayer is one person plays on the gamepad and one person plays on the screen. So you have 2 screens, one to each person.
Oh, so it's not even old school split screen.
I would think that's better.
No, I've got a lot of time for old school split screen.
Well, play GoldenEye or something. Oh man,
when
I want to play GoldenEye.
Like, make bad decisions.
Yeah.
They do make some bad decisions on their part.
Some bad decisions.
Hey, Wii U's not a bad console. How they named it's pretty bad.
The lack of online support in a multiplayer game probably is.
Yeah, that's definitely one of them. Like, I just don't know how they think, like, not having online multiplayer for a game like this would be insanely awesome. Everyone would love to have it. I know many people that would love to do it, and I'm sure I would have, like, we'll go through this. Okay, Steve, Tony from Nintendo Oki, Oh god.
Me, if I ever get a Wii U.
Yeah, you, Dan. I'm sure you'd do that shit.
I'll get one day.
Anyone that I know that has a Wii U, like Teflon, I'm sure he'd be all over that shit too. Because I know he's talked about the Warrior games and stuff like that all the time, like Samurai Warriors and that kind of stuff. Anyway, but like being able to do that stuff online would be awesome. It's just weird that they. I don't know if they don't think about it or just like, we don't need this. Which if they do that, I just want to like punch them in the face. I just want to go.
Do you think
up.
it's like a Japan thing or something? Like
those crazy Japanese.
They live so close together because they're so cramped. They're just like, oh my
Yeah,
god!
You can just look through the wall,
the
right?
whole social kind of like the whole kind of social environment in Japan is obviously vastly different to over here. So maybe they still have massive arcades and stuff. They play standing next to each other all the time. Maybe it's just much more common over there.
I don't know. You'd think they'd take input from other people, and they have Nintendo America and stuff like that. You'd think they get inputs back and forth to each other, saying, people over here do this all the time. You should have this included in it. They're not doing that kind of stuff, and it's really weird. I don't know. Like, maybe they're staying too close to something else, or I don't know. I just don't understand exactly. I don't know. But like the other piece out of this that I want to say is, which is really exciting compared to this, is they're having a Nintendo Direct tomorrow. Well, depends. Well, actually,
but
no.
you can only watch it if you're over there watching them record.
No.
Yeah, you can only watch it if you're actually sitting in front of the guy who's talking.
They're having a Nintendo.
But you can see it on your Wii U gamepad if you have it there with you.
Oh god.
But that's just the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah. But anyway, they're having Nintendo Direct tomorrow, which is for all of us, even the guys in Japan and stuff, I would think.
Even the guys on the internet.
Yeah. Well, actually, it will be tonight by the time this podcast goes up. So yeah, tonight, as you're listening to this, depending if you're listening to this, because I bet you're not, so you missed it yesterday. There's a Nintendo Direct going up. They're doing Hyrule Warriors stuff. I am debating heavily if I want to stay up and watch that at 11 o'clock at night, because it is 8 o'clock on the Pacific, 11 o'clock here, which would make it 4 o'clock in the morning for you, Dan, so you'll be up for that. And 12...
Yeah, I might be up, but I won't be watching.
We might still be doing this podcast at this rate.
I know. It'll be 12 noon over in Japan, and put yourself in there wherever else you live that you're listening to this, because I don't know everyone in the world. But it's going to be going up. I'm hoping they're going to be doing a bunch of different characters, because that's what I'm excited for. I'm hoping for Majora's Mask characters, and if they have Tingle, I am going to like jump out of my seat, start dancing, put it on a green leotard, and put a picture up on Twitter. I don't know.
There's a mod for Torchlight 2 where you can have Tingle as your pet.
You have no idea how big my eyes just got. I just went, what? But yeah, I'm excited for that tomorrow, and Dan, take next one, because I'm sure you are very excited. Actually, we're all excited. Jason's excited. I'm excited. Maybe
Lee should be excited.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Basically, there's this cup now, and it's got this little pocket, and you can put a cookie or a biscuit. No Man's Sky has been confirmed for PC. I am looking forward to No Man's Sky so much.
I think everyone has ever since E3.
No, you can't.
Going back to the biscuit. Come on, go.
Yeah, amazing looking, procedurally generated space fly game with planets and stuff, and it looks beautiful, and I can't wait.
And it's light years between planets, and you'll probably never see another player, but it's a massively multiplayer game.
Yeah. can't wait. It's, I get the flight stick, and there are 3 games that I can use for it. Brilliant.
And No Man's Sky is like it is definitely a PC style game because they're gonna need some big servers and shit like that.
Well, there was no way it was not going to come out on PC. You looked at it at E3. I saw it. I was like, "Well, that's a PC game." What?
Yeah, we all talked about it. We're like, it's gonna come out. There's gonna be an announcement, no doubt. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's a timed exclusive. They're the exclusives that piss me off. I was like, really? Okay, fair enough. Hopefully it'll
piss me off, but
oh no, there are timed exclusives that have pissed you off when they didn't actually go through and ended up being, was it later for that Rayman game?
That one should have been a time exclusive since they were redoing it since it was done. But that's a little bit different.
Well, I'm hoping that happens and it comes out at the same time for PC.
That's not going to happen for this. They said, no, just shut up, Dan.
I can dream, can't I? Stop crushing my dreams.
Don't make me mad. I don't like being mad. You won't like me when I'm angry. I think that's all we can say about No Man's Sky, though. Like,
it looks fantastic. If you don't know what the hell we're talking about, shame on you. Go and look it up.
The trailer is beautiful.
I can't wait. It's going to be so good.
It's like
and it's all in engine.
Yeah.
Which is something you have to say to these console guys.
Oh man.
Oh, hopefully we'll get some hate mail.
We just want mail.
There's no DivX cutscenes or anything.
Oh yeah, there might be some DivX 9 cutscenes. So No Man's Sky coming out on PC. I'm extremely happy. Can't wait to play it. Bobby.
Flappy Bird is back. And this is going to be a nice quick one for you here. Listen to this. Flappy Bird is back.
Again.
It's only on Amazon Fire. It's not going to be on iOS or anything. It's not working on other Android devices. And if you care, I don't care about you. Done.
Until recently, I still had my original copy of Flappy Bird on my phone, and then I restored it to factory settings, and I completely forgotten about it until this article.
You could have sold your phone for so much.
Yeah.
I need to get a Amazon Fire. I have a Kindle Fire.
Yeah, they're the same thing.
No, Amazon Fire is the
platform, right? Because there's like a phone coming out for it and stuff.
Oh yeah, the OS. But it's basically Android, isn't it? But with their own stuff.
Yeah.
But man, who gives a shit? Lee.
Not me.
News. You can double your DualShock 4's battery life with a backpack battery. Nyko's Power Pack is a backpack battery for your DualShock 4 that aims to double the battery life without messing with the ergonomics. It's basically what it sounds like. You just slap it on the back of your PS4 controller.
Yeah, they say it doesn't mess with the ergonomics, but it does, doesn't it? Because it must
make it heavier.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like it will actually get in the way of your fingers.
Yeah, but what if you're one of those, first-person shooter console fanboys that has one of those modded controllers with the triggers on the back? You're not going to be able to use that.
No. But I don't think it's designed for that.
No. And I don't know about you, but whenever I've had the misfortune to use Nyko batteries, they've been terrible. So.
No, I've never had any experience with them.
Yeah, no, I bought one once for my 360. Someone's having their insulin. Yeah, $16.
Well, apparently the weight difference is it isn't noticeable.
Have they made it with magic?
It's just made of dark matter.
Yeah. It's just fueled by a white hole inside.
Okay.
A white hole.
If people are having, they just spew forth matter.
What is it?
A bit like my ex's mouth. Anyway.
Like the arse of a black hole in a way.
So yeah, nifty little power pack for your PS4 controller.
Yeah, the black hole goes,
It's
got down 350, 350. And the white hole goes, oh, that's very reasonable. That's very reasonable. I'll never pay that. There you go. Yeah, woo. Stuff that you shouldn't need for money that you should keep. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people do get
batteries
second batteries for their phones and stuff like that, so, or extended batteries as well.
Yeah, that's for when I'm out and about and I don't have access. But if you're using a PlayStation, your PlayStation's there. You can just get a long lead and plug it in and charge it up whilst you're playing.
It's just a micro USB.
I saw a 10-foot cable or something for like $10 or less. And if you're further away than 10 feet, then you're doing it wrong. I cannot see that well if you're not on a PC where you're doing like crazy, where you really have to be precise and stuff like that. Or I don't even think with like a console game and a shooter like is that bad because everyone has to use a stick and move up to their area. Like I don't know. I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, they've all got auto aim.
Yeah. Man.
Fucking hacks.
Yeah.
So next piece of news. Because I don't think there's anything else we can say about that. So apparently the Destiny endgame raids will have 6 players and then no matchmaking, which is weird. So I guess all friends. And I like this first, this thing they say in the article is, Bungie's Destiny is not an MMO, or is it? We're somewhat split on the issue. And yeah,
there's nothing massive about 6 people playing.
6 does not constitute massively multiplayer.
Okay, 6. But just remember, in the beginning, it's only 3. So, all the people that only play consoles and stuff are like, woo, MMO, I can dance, I can, blah, blah, blah.
Well, 6 is 100% bigger, and to some people, 100 is a big number.
Well, I'm not even talking about the end game yet. But, like, just 3 people, like, I talked about this last week, where Guild Wars 2, and I played it, actually, it got cut off where I was talking about on a stream, where, like, I had 20, 50, I think it was like 50 people in the same area just killing this shit. And, it was amazing and awesome, and you can only have 3 people. It's not an MMO. Like, I can play with 4 people on Halo. Like, what the fuck? I can go to, the main area of the place and see, I don't know, a bunch of different people. I don't know how many people they have there. Maybe 100 at the most. I didn't see that many, though. But, like, it's not big enough to be an MMO. You're not going through missions with a bunch of other people. You're only playing with yourself, and you're probably only playing with your friends, because I'm sure you have 2 other friends that you can play with. It just makes me angry. Like, it's not big enough to say an MMO, and like Steve said last week, it'll make the people on consoles happy that, they can do stuff MMOs do, but they're not doing it enough to make it.
I can dance?
Yeah, like, there has to be another game where you can dance on a console. Come on.
Yeah, there was
DDR.
Yeah. There was that MMO that Lee and I played ages ago. That beta of.
You can't even dance on the crew. What the hell?
Are you talking about Phantasy Star Online?
I am indeed.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Apart from the fucking idiots ninjaing the loot.
Yeah.
Assholes. That was a good game.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm just so angry talking about Destiny. I shouldn't take this piece of news. Because, like, okay, 6 people. Whoa, it's double what you had before, but I thought I saw something earlier which you can't see before. It doesn't have a which is really weird.
Hang on, we had 6 people on the Minecraft server the other day. That must be an MMO.
But we don't have a hub world.
We have a spawn point.
No, I don't know. It's just weird, and I completely forgot what I was talking about anymore now. Anyway,
Destiny.
I know I was talking about Destiny. I can't remember what I was going to say about Destiny. It's just like,
well, I was pretty underwhelmed when I was going around in the world and just bumping into the odd person every now and then. I was expecting to see a lot more people than I did.
oh, so you did play the Destiny beta?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was me that didn't.
Okay. I couldn't remember if Lee did or not. I thought we talked to him and he said he didn't. But yeah, like, you see those people, and then I don't know if you had what Steve and me had, Steve and I, but where you're in a mission, like, I don't know if you went by yourself or with another person or something like that, but like there's a random person that shows up in there, or a random person or two or whatever, and they didn't do what you were doing. Like, they were going off in their own thing, and maybe at the end they like showed up while you're at the like last bit of the boss's health or something like that. They didn't help you out at all, and it's like, it's just it's
when I was playing it, I got teamed up with just one guy for a mission, and we got to the end boss fight, and we both died. And then he quit out. So after this, it was a fairly longish quest. It was the one where you have to kill that tank that's surrounded,
or something like that. I think it is.
Yeah, that's surrounded by loads of little shits with guns, and yeah. I was pretty much forced to try and take it on by myself.
I think
that was the last time I actually played it.
Yeah, well...
yeah, Amaryllis soloed that, didn't she?
Yeah, that's what it was, yeah. She didn't solo it. I think they quit out at the end as well. And she, like, had problems with it and everything, and... man, like... in Guild Wars, you don't have to worry about that because there's so many people. If somebody quits, you're like, okay, there's 100 other people over here to do this.
Well, to be fair, I know I could have soloed that scenario, but it was just too much effort.
Yeah, you need people flanking.
It demanded strategy, yeah.
Yeah, and I just knew I was gonna have a problem with the game. Because it wasn't going to meet up the expectations of, like, Guild Wars and stuff like that. I just knew the games were not gonna match well enough that I'm like, oh, that has just enough MMO for me. It has, like, no MMO. And I feel bad because Bobby's not saying anything. Bobby, you still there?
He's falling asleep.
He's like, I'm tired of this shit.
I just couldn't give a fuck about Destiny or MMOs.
Says the guy that used to play a hell of a lot of Lord of the Rings online.
Yeah. I'm treated and I'm recovered, and I've been clean for a long time.
I have no problem with people that don't play MMOs because I was not into an MMO before Guild Wars, so like I understand people that don't like them, but like I'm not gonna force an MMO on somebody, but if it's not an MMO like I know, like WoW, Guild Wars, stuff like I think Guild Wars and WoW are two big MMOs that like a lot of people would know about, and they have the different things. A lot of people like them differently and stuff, but this does not match up to like anything like those, and I think that's my problem.
Well, Star Citizen isn't going to match up to any of those either. Oh, but well, that's an MMO.
That's a completely different MMO. That is a space flight
with
simulator.
FPS sections and stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be completely different than other MMOs, I think.
When it comes.
But we definitely need to get off of this and get into the rest of this.
Yeah, let's move on, guys.
Okay, next bit of news. I own a bit of the of an Oculus Rift dev kit too, and so does Lee.
So do I.
A recent article over on iTech they tore down the dev kit too, and iFixit even, not iTech I'm making stuff up as I go along here. Anyway, they took it apart. They didn't tear it apart. They actually very carefully took it apart, and I think they probably put it back together again afterwards.
They smashed it against a wall and picked up the pieces.
That sounds like how I put a PC together.
Yeah.
No wonder it doesn't work.
Someone been watching How To Basic.
We'll definitely have the link for this article in the show notes. I've said it, so it is true. It's really quite interesting.
Put it in there now.
You can scroll through it and you can see all the bits inside. And if you're really clever and know how to make all these chips and really good at soldering, you could make your own. But it probably won't work. But the screen is the bit that Lee and I own. It is exactly the same screen as the screen from a Galaxy Note 3. So much so that the touchscreen part of it still works on the dev kit. The only difference is they have overclocked the screen from 60 hertz to 75 hertz, which apparently makes everything feel a bit more fluid. And
you can manage your inventory with your eyeballs.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Can you touch it with your eyes?
Well, no, there's the lens in front, so no, you can't.
Just put it so close, you're like, ugh! Or like those people that can actually push their eyes out some.
Yeah, they can bug them out. Yeah. But the interesting thing is, Samsung are working on their own VR headset, and I think they're actually doing it in partnership with Oculus. So they're probably going to, at the end of the day, be really similar.
Are there really going to be a bunch of people doing this stuff?
Oh, Google Cardboard. I really want to try that out. Now I know I've got a dev kit 2 screen on my phone.
Yeah, you should be all set.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
kind of strange though, because there was all this big hoo-ha around Oculus and the resolution of the screens and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then
it turns out there's just exactly. And it turns out there's just a phone screen out there already. But
it's only the dev kit. It's not actually.
Yeah, no, sure. But there was all this it's going to be hard to make it so the pixel density is high enough that you can see it and stuff. And now they're using a screen that was already out there anyway. What was the fuss about? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I do indeed. Yeah, it's kind of weird. And just seeing this image of my phone screen pretty much being there, because I've got a black Note 3 and it's exactly the same. I'm like, wow. Okay, so I just need to get all those other bits. And the degree in electrical engineering, and
I'm just going to buy a development kit.
That costs less than getting a fucking Oculus Rift.
Yeah, I'm not going to get the dev kit. I'm going to wait till the final product, because A, it's going to be cheaper, and B, it's going to be better.
Well, cheaper, I don't know
I'm tempted to get the DK2.
No, it's definitely going to be cheaper than the dev kit. They've already said.
Really?
Yeah, they've said that from the very start.
That's it. Okay.
I mean, it's really cool. Lee and I played around with it last year.
Mass production is obviously going to bring the price down no matter what.
Yeah, and Facebook buying them has obviously helped a lot as well. Hopefully, if it's there... well, yeah, I imagine so. There's a dickload more money.
Yeah, money, that's about it.
Yeah, well, that's going to help with research and product testing and...
The development.
Yeah, you wait until you put that fucking headset on, and then suddenly you've got a farm vote invite coming up in the top corner of the fucking world that you're trying to traverse.
I'm gonna have to find that for you too, as well, aren't I?
That's not
something else. I think it's funny.
That's not gonna happen.
It would be hilarious, though. Yeah, I mean, it would ruin it, but it would be hilarious.
Yeah, and it would be like half an hour, and someone would have found a patch for it to make sure that shit didn't happen. So, yeah, Lee and I own a bit of a... Well, it's just a cheap way of getting us to talk about Oculus Rift. What have we got next, Bobby? Oh, I love this article.
You do?
Yeah.
Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Which is a type of...
I love Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's cheesy
cheese,
kind of
yeah.
spreads type stuff.
Yeah. I like the one with the chives.
They made a chocolate.
I like the one with the chocolate.
What the fuck was that about? That's disgusting.
I liked it.
Oh, no, that's wrong. I disagree. So yeah, if you want to buy some cheese, you're going to have your fingerprints taken. Let me start that again. Philadelphia GameStop stores are starting to fingerprint people who trade in games. So I'm assuming it's because of people trading in stolen games or something.
There are so many winners in Philadelphia.
Hey, that's close to me. By a few hours.
Case in point.
So,
Burn.
is game theft more prevalent in Philadelphia?
Not that I know.
Is it, Gary? Is it?
I don't steal games, and that's all I know.
He just
How
gives
would you
away
feel
ones.
about having your fingerprints taken to trade your games in, though? Would you be down for that shit?
That's just weird. I mean, I don't care, I guess.
Can't they just take them from the box?
You don't care. You don't care about life if you don't care about that.
We're gonna put it this way.
Man.
I
I
don't
ain't having my fingerprints no matter what.
It's
Okay.
it's a civil liberties.
hold
yeah,
on.
fuck that shit.
I didn't even
I'm
get
going to
to finish
burn
what I was-
mine off.
I didn't even get to finish. I was gonna say I don't even trade in games, so I don't care.
Okay, that's more understandable.
I keep all the games I steal.
But if you did,
I go around to every house and just take them all.
Got it, need it, got it, need it.
I'm gonna go stealing games now. That is, I mean, it's really weird, and I don't like
It's
really
bullshit.
what you have to scan your finger whenever you bring in this game. It goes onto your points reward card, I'm guessing, or something that like it attached to that account. So whenever
it
you bring it
uploads
back
to the
in,
Philadelphia Police Department's online database. That's what it does.
well, but
So,
like for
if you've
them,
never been a criminal before and you've never had your fingerprints taken,
You
And
are
then
now.
you decide you want to sell
so
Legend
if
of
you-
Zelda.
Madden 14.
that is weird.
Now the police will have
Well-
a record of your fingerprints, and then you'll probably get arrested for something you never did because they're not that great at tracking fingerprints.
Okay,
Stop
I guess I
selling
didn't read
Steam
that.
codes for crack.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you'll
guess I
trade in
didn't read
Grand
that
Theft
article.
Auto, and suddenly you'll be getting arrested for Grand Theft Auto.
It's called augmented reality.
You trade in Grand Theft Auto 5, and then they're there saying, "Oh, we're arresting you on 5 counts of Grand Theft Auto. Will you come with us, please? Cuff him."
Yeah, now hearing that, I don't agree with the being able to go into the or transferring to that the police database and stuff like that. That is dumb. Like that's really dumb. Like you shouldn't. Well, one, you shouldn't be able to do that, as I would think, and I don't like. I guess how I read it and how I thought is you use your membership and you scan your finger when you buy it and you scan your finger when you trade it in and it matches with that barcode. But if it's like that, that's
Yeah, because
completely
loyalty cards are
worse.
so last century.
Yeah. Like now that makes it just sound completely.
No, yeah, it's basically to combat
Yeah, so that
trade in
they
stolen
you
game.
Yeah, you scan your fingerprint, and then if it turns out that was a stolen copy of the game, then they will come and find you.
What's next? You get a part exchange on your car, and you got to give your fingerprints over to prove you haven't stolen it. It's ridiculous.
You have to show them the underside of your testicle before they're allowed to.
No, that's when you're becoming Pope.
No, he looks at the
You
underside
have to
of
sit
your
on a
testicle.
scanner and get an anal scan.
Oh god.
The new Pope's
Link
supposed to be
for
pretty cool,
signature.
right? Talking
No,
about gay
that
people
was-
even.
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought you were talking about the T-shirt.
No one else is cool. The last news article we have.
Yeah.
I want that.
Should we talk about that?
This is
No,
one we
let's
can all
just-
agree on, I think.
Yeah, I'll be
We
getting
want
it, and I'll put a picture up and say, "Ha ha ha! You guys can have this shit."
You can have it.
So there's going to be a Legend of Zelda themed Monopoly, and it'll arrive in September on the 15th.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Lee, I'm not going to Eurogamer. I've got to fly to the States.
When is your game, by the way, real quick? I just can't remember.
End of September.
Oh, it is the end of September, so it's really close.
Yeah, it's just after my birthday.
Ooh,
21st of September.
You always
I'll
bloody
make sure to say happy birthday.
And I'll make sure to say I'm going to buy you something at Eurogamer and then run out of money.
Yeah. That's alright, I'll be sponging off the missus.
Hey!
Hey.
Take her and come. I
Take
said
her
I'd
and
marry you,
come?
give me your shit.
I think he said income,
Oh.
But
but I'm not sure.
yeah, sure.
That's what he normally does.
Did you say bathed in income?
Yeah, why not?
Did you just say
He's skin,
babies don't
apparently.
come?
Was the thing we said at the beginning of the show? Something about somebody doing something with that girl under the sheets on his chin.
Oh, yeah, the nurse.
Apparently he was bathing in cum.
No, I think that's more like a shower.
Where's that
Shall
clip of a tumbleweed I found earlier?
So, Zelda Monopoly, everyone wants it, I want it, I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna put it up with a picture of my ass next to it, I don't know.
What are the empty bottles?
Don't
Looking at the
spoil
board here. What are the empty bottles? Is that?
That would be the bottles? I don't
Yeah, but what do they correlate to in real Monopoly?
Oh, wrong thing to put up there, hold on. Wait, what? There
I
we
don't
go.
get it.
I could just read the article.
Try to read the whole article.
The whole 4 paragraphs.
That looks like
Chance
yeah,
cards
that's
are
got the-
empty bottles.
or chance cards.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Houses are Deku sprouts. Hotels are Deku trees.
I
That's
need,
pretty cool, man.
yeah, I need to get it. Oh man. Wait, I would, I guess you'd think they keep the colors the same for the properties, but
yeah,
they
I
didn't.
think they are, aren't they?
No,
Yeah.
oh, sorry. I'm looking at it turn 90 degrees.
Yeah, okay, the blue isn't quite as dark as it used to be, but yeah.
And the white's
It's
a bit
still
fun
fucking
colour.
blue.
I was looking at it like it was like a regular.
They're styled like rupees. Look.
No, like what I was thinking, I didn't even look at where everything was on the board, like the go and everything. It should be turned 90 degrees, and the picture should
Yeah.
be turned as well.
I agree.
Yeah, because like
What's parking got to do with Zelda, though?
I know, like why isn't that not changed?
Yeah, and why is it still a car, especially? Yeah, they should at least put a horse, like something.
Or go to the
Oh,
gel,
your
they
horse.
should have the like this looks like Ocarina of Time, so it should have whenever you're in the whatever desert, Gerudo Desert, with the women and their shit, because they put you in jail in that one part. They should have them there, and then I don't know. And behind the gel thing should be Link, and
No, it's wrong. We don't want it.
Yeah, and there's a
Fuck
policeman.
it, shit, forget the
There's
article.
still a
Just edit
policeman.
it out.
yeah, they
Right.
kept the four corners the same, but they changed all the inside stuff.
Yeah,
Oh.
they've ruined it.
And
Yeah.
they don't have a place to. Oh wait, no, I do see an outline for the cards to go in.
Okay,
Oh,
so
but
when
of
we
course-
started, we all agreed that we wanted it, and now we all agree that it's fucking shit.
I'm still gonna
Yeah,
get it because
pretty
it's
much.
Legend of Zelda. So
But the pieces, there's no like car and boot and iron. You've got the bow, hook shot, boomerang, Triforce.
I want the shield. I want the shield.
Oh, I'm having the Triforce.
I'll take the Triforce. Always take.
And if you pre-order from GameStop, you also get an Ocarina of Time token.
No.
And also, you get 6 power cards for added gameplay. Because, yeah, everyone loves it when someone changes the fucking rules to Monopoly, don't they?
I'm never gonna play it. It's gonna stay wrapped up forever because I hate Monopoly. It takes too long to play through. Hours and hours of your
Coming
life
from
gone.
a Guild Wars player,
Yeah, if it
Nothing
takes too long,
happens
you're
in
playing it
Monopoly,
wrong.
though.
it
Yeah.
does. You can go
Yeah,
to
what
a
happens
jail
is
to
you end up with all
stylise
the money,
completely
everyone's
differently
in
to the rest
debt, and
of the
you win, and it takes about half an hour.
Yeah, not for me and my cousin and brother and shit. Man, we've played, like, I remember playing at my grandma's, and we'd play for hours straight, and somebody would just flip the board in the end and be like, fuck this, I'm done.
Yeah, nobody actually ever finishes a game.
It's like the card game Shithead. There is no winner, just the one loser.
I haven't played Shithead for ages.
No.
So what it looks like...
Why hasn't nobody ever made an online version of Shithead?
There is an app.
There is.
There is a mobile game of Shithead.
There's an app for that, isn't there?
So what this is looking like is I'm going to have to somehow get everyone in my family to make a pre-order, and I'll just have to buy them all and send them to you guys.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Get enough people in my family to do that, I guess.
Well, I hope you've got more than 3 people.
Oh, it could just be me, my mom, my dad. But I do have brothers, sisters, wife, and...
Yeah, Courtney. Couple of chinchillas.
Yeah, let me just put on Shredder Chinchilla Shredder Lever and Chiller Lever. There we go. Okay.
Oh, there's one bit of news I was going to put in, but I didn't. There's a guy in the States who was allegedly conned Apple out of something like $300,000, basically using a cunning little trick where he goes into the stores with credit cards that are maxed out or no longer working, tries to buy something, and then when it doesn't go through, phones up, pretends to phone up his bank. It's probably like a mate or something. And then they give an authorization code. And it turns out the authorization code actually doesn't authorize anything. It's just so they can take a log so they can put it through. And, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't connect anything. It's just a no. And as long as you get the digits right, it could the amount of digits, it can be, it can be any numbers. You've just got to get the right amount of digits. And then it goes through. So he's been doing this. But the stupid guy, he hit the same store twice, and he didn't go to anywhere else. It was just constantly Apple stores. He didn't think, well, this works really well. I'll go and get some jewelry. No, he was just like, right, another iMac. Here we come. It's just like, you idiot.
Got the Zelda Monopoly game and visited the mask merchant in between visits.
Yeah, but apparently I can't remember how many times he's done it, but fair play, great idea, but don't go to the same store twice. Don't keep going to the same brand of stores.
If you're going to get something and not have to pay the full price for it, it might as well be an Apple product.
But you didn't have to pay anything for it.
Well, that's what I mean, yeah. Like, you're like, well, I'm never going to... I'd love to have... Like me, for example, I'd love to have a MacBook because they're like fucking beautiful pieces of fucking hardware, but I would never buy one. I'd never pay for one. So if I had a credit card that I could just buy stuff for free with, that would probably be the first thing I went and bought.
I'd be really tempted to go for one of those stupidly expensive gaming laptops.
Yeah, maybe. Try finding those in a local store.
Oh, yeah. The guy's from Tampa, and he's accused of scamming Apple out of $309,768.
Shit.
Yeah. He didn't just do it like once or twice. He did it 42 times.
Oh, my God.
This guy's like the new Robin Hood, in my opinion.
He tricked he tricked people in Apple stores in 16 different states.
Shit. Did he buy his flights with the card too?
And apparently he's ended up with 3 years in prison.
Oh, wow. Not do it again.
Oh no, that's someone else. But yeah, apparently it doesn't matter what code is the merchant types into the terminals.
So suddenly credit card companies around the world are going, shit, we need to figure this out.
I mean, it can't be that. I'm not suggesting anyone does this, but it can't be that hard to, I don't know, use the internet to find out how many digits there have to be.
Should we find out how hard it is right now?
Yeah, so the article goes, Tampa, a man ran up a $7,753.22 bill at an Apple store. When his credit card declined, he pretended to call his bank. He gave the store clerk a fake authorization code to punch into the card reader.
It's a 5 or 6 digit number.
And that's how the man, 24-year-old Oh, his first. Oh God! I think I know why he did it. I've just read his name, and that's how the man, 24-year-old Sharon Laverne Parrish Jr. of Tampa, scammed one of the biggest high-tech companies in the world, totaling $300,000. It's his parents' fault. They called him Sharon Laverne Parrish. Not just one girl's name, but two.
Oh man, I hate my parents so much I'm gonna steal from Apple.
It would have been better if they called him Shirley Laverne Parrish. Or Laverne Shirley Parrish.
It would have just been better if they shot him in the face when he was born.
Perfect.
Well, no,
a lot of
'cause
trouble.
we wouldn't have this genius story. Fair play
No,
to
but
them.
save him a lot of pain.
God. All right, are we done with the news? Can we get off this and
I
finish
think
off
we
this
are.
show?
We're going to take...
The thing with it, though, it does tie to your zip code, so they can probably figure out who you are. So he fucked up.
Well, yeah, and the fact that all those Apple products have GPS systems in them, so they could easily find out.
You telling me that
Exactly.
Apple are tracking where people are going?
Never.
No. I don't believe it.
Don't buy it.
Only if you
default
buy
on
it from
an iPhone.
GameStop in wherever it was.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, so that's it for the news. We are going to take another break, and we will be back with the question of the week and the clean-up and the end of the show. So enjoy whatever Gary's chosen for you to listen to. Okay, we are back, and we're going to jump straight into last week's question of the week, where we asked you what your thoughts on the Destiny beta were. So, who wants to take the first one?
I will.
Go on then, Lee.
Chapsticle1 says, I loved it. Never played Halo, so nothing to compare it to. It's the reason I'm going to buy a PS4.
And I'll take next one. Filthy. And he says, that's Games and RPG. Enjoyed beta. Looks like it's a... Shut up.
It's 3-1, dude.
Fine. Enjoyed beta. Looks like it was the only tip of the features. Looking forward to the dungeons and parting up. Hashtag TGM Quest.
Okay, next one is from Teflon12. He says, at the Gamesmen RPG, hashtag TGM Quest, the Destiny beta for me was like a free drug that was given to me to get me hooked. Now I'm going through withdrawals.
And I guess I get Kim. Hey Kim, you haven't heard me for a while, have you? GamerGirl27 says, the Gamesmen RPG, I love the Destiny beta. It looks like I'll be keeping my pre-order and fingers according to my phone. Does that make sense to you guys?
Nope.
No.
I've been trying to figure it out since I read it, and I'm just like, I don't get it. Maybe she'll let us know what she meant there. I don't know.
Yeah, so anyway, this
I'm
week
still
we're
looking at
asking
it
you-
and wondering.
Yeah. So yeah, this week we are asking you, what are your thoughts on the PS Now and EA's subscription model? Are you gonna jump in, give them your cash, or are you gonna say, what the fuck, I'm not doing this? Let me go on Steam.
Well, PS Now is a little bit different with the the renting service.
Yeah, but as one's going to be on Xbox One, the other one's going to be on Sony system. It's something for...
One's going to cost you
Well, that's
£5 a month, and one's going to cost you £5 for 4 hours. Or $5, whatever it is.
Yeah. So we are heading into the cleanup now with the old TGM checks, and Well, might as well go in the same order, I guess.
Yeah. Chapstick1 at the Gamesmen RPG. He's been playing Metro Last Light, Dead Space 3, thanks to PS Plus, DayZ, and Trials on Steam. Hashtag TGM check.
Doesn't say which Trials. I think it's Trials Fusion.
It has
Probably.
to be Fusion because that's where he's been playing against us and announcing that he's much better than we are. And I concede to you because, well, he is definitely better than I am.
I beat you last time.
Yeah, I didn't try to beat you. You didn't beat them.
I didn't even try to beat you.
Yeah. You didn't beat Chapstick and Womble. So.
No, I did try to beat them.
But Filthy says at the Game RPG finally 100% at Far Cry 3. Finally, reached the first naval vision. Oh my god, I can't talk.
I think Gary's broken.
Yeah, first naval mission.
Someone hit him.
Need to reboot him.
Anyway, reached first naval mission of Assassin's Creed 3 and a bit of Hearthstone. Hashtag TGM check. Which is weird, he hasn't added me on Hearthstone yet to kick my ass. I'm gonna have to fix that this week because apparently Batch Gaming has added me and they want to kick my ass too. So that'll be happening. Dan, you're next.
Yeah, next up, Teflon12. He says at the Gamesmen RPG, hashtag TGM check, Robocraft, good man, sir. Watch Dogs, FIFA 14, Titanfall, and a tabletop game called Zombie Dice with the Family. There should be a comma there. It's not called Zombie Dice with the Family. It's called Zombie Dice, and he's been playing it with his family. I also forgot to mention I've been playing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on my N64. Hashtag so many memories.
You are a good man, sir.
Hashtag best single player game ever. And Kim, GamerGirl27, says Peggle 2 and Borderlands 2, a lot too there. And nothing about fingers this time, so that made a bit more sense than the last one.
Okay, yeah, I'm still confused. Anyway, shout outs, Bobby. Hey, do you want to shout out and all that stuff?
Shout out to my popcorn peoples, and that's about it, really.
Right, fair enough. Lee.
Shout out to everyone. You know who you are.
Not us.
You.
Don't you? You! That means me!
Pretty much.
It's just got a Simpsons episode going through my head now. Gary.
I think I'm going to shout out Steve for talking to me this week. And let's see. Courtney, Pebbles, 910 on Twitter. Q, and I can't remember his name on Minecraft because it's weird. Dan, Lee, KB Bad, who just joined today. All you guys have been playing Minecraft. It's been pretty awesome being able to talk to people and all this kind of stuff. And I'll announce the rest of the guys in a little bit. So, Dan, you.
Can't really think of anyone at the moment. So, yeah, Bobby, Lee, thank you very much for coming on, both of you, obviously. SciTech for making an awesome joystick and finally giving it to me. Yay. And, yeah, don't forget to check out vghub.net. There's a ton of great gaming content over there. So check out that stuff. And, yeah, that's about it. So, web for the week to come. Bobby.
You can find me on Twitter. I am Ironhammer5 because I stole my own S and then I gave it back and I now I'm a 5 again. It's a long story. Ironhammer5 on Twitter. Find me there. If you want to play StarCraft or Dota or something, send me a tweet. If you don't have Twitter, what are you doing? It's 2014. Get it together.
Good save there. It's 2012. Okay, Lee, where can we get hold of you?
Pretty much everywhere is DJ Leroy85. We're on Twitter, DJ Leroy_85. Don't ask me why. I think I have 2 accounts. Also, you can see my work on Solid Alcohol Illustration on Facebook. Yeah, that's about it.
And awesome artwork, by the way, man. I've been seeing it popping up in my timeline. It's really cool.
Thank you very much.
Keep it going.
I will.
Okay, Gary, where can we get hold of you?
This week, probably Emerson89 on Twitter and Skype, and if I decide to venture on Star Citizen as well. Steam, of course, Emerson_89 is definitely where I always am. Just send me a message, do something, I will see you, and add me, that kind of stuff. Emerson1289 is Nintendo Network, and Minecraft, and Minecraft, and Minecraft, and Minecraft. That's where I'm going to be mostly. Hopefully not as much Minecraft. I plan because I can stream more, I will be streaming different stuff now.
Like Robocraft.
I will try Robocraft eventually, maybe this week, just to make you happy. Just like I said last week, to make people happy. Firefly, and guess who didn't do Firefly last week?
Would that be you?
Fucking get that shit done.
I've thought about it, and I'm like...
Not thinking about it, is it?
I know.
You can watch it whilst you're playing Minecraft.
I can't watch it to the full extent, though.
Yeah, Gary can't play anything whilst we're podcasting.
I want to, or I'd like to, but that'll never fucking happen because I can't keep my mind on 2 tasks for shit, but I can keep my mind on a task for hours at a time. But other than that, I am nowhere else. Dan, you.
Yeah, let me just scroll down to where I've written this down because there's so many. Oh yeah, that's it. I am hardly down everywhere, so just put that in, and if it comes up, then it's me. Generally, I'm on Twitter and Steam. Give us a shout if you want to have a go at me because of my weird views on consoles, or you didn't like whatever it was I said about something, or if you want to play a game or whatever. Yeah, let me know. So, Gary,
I just want to ask one thing before. You're hardly down everywhere.
Yeah.
Gary, is Amras89 such a popular username that you can't get it?
Apparently. Like, I figured, I would be able to find that everywhere, but apparently it's always taken up. I'm like, fuck! I did not like...
It seems like one you'd be able to get.
Oh, I thought Amherst was like, I wouldn't have to have 89 at the end of it.
Yeah, with a number as well. Like, once you've got 89, I would have thought you were set. You could just get 89.
Trust me, I thought the same thing. And apparently everybody uses that shit. I don't know. Well, apparently one person uses it. I'm going to have to, go find them and kill them or something.
And somebody really hates you and they're just going around grabbing it everywhere.
Yeah. I don't know.
Which actually happened to me recently.
I think someone's
for the first
done that
time.
With...
I had somebody steal a Ustream channel before I registered it for a new website that I made, and I was like, fuck. And then
I should
afterwards,
do
I was
that for Harley Dan.
It's already happened to me on Crisis 2 for the multiplayer. But I'm not too bothered because I don't play the multiplayer on Crisis 2. So.
Well,
I have a funny feeling it might have been me,
it.
and I can't remember what email address I used to sign up for it.
Probably.
But yeah, I don't remember. I was very, very drunk. Okay, Gary, that'll do it for this show. So why don't you pay the bills and get us the hell out of here?
Alrighty then. So you can find us at facebook.com at the Gamesmen Podcast, and you can send us voicemails at the Gamesmen RPG hotline at 412-267-RPG1. And then you can also email us at thegamesrpg@gmail.com, which you can send us MP3s, voicemails, and of course the awesome email or spam mail as we've seen in the beginning lately as well. You can also get us at our Twitter account at thegamesrpg, and we have new followers as I have seen. But you can also send in your hashtag TGM check and TGM quest there. And then you can also listen to us or see our TGM tag-alongs like Dan put up last week, which is youtube.com/GamesRPG. And then the big one this week, which is crazy and I didn't think it was going to happen, and it has been Twitch, which you can watch our Twitch stream at...
It's crazy. We start using Twitch and people follow.
Yeah, a bunch of people follow every day. Every day this last week, I have got a new follower, and it's been awesome. And 2 in one day, actually.
And while you're talking about Twitch, they now accept Bitcoin for the turbo mode because it's 2014.
God.
Do I have to give them my fingerprints?
No, you don't have to give them a name, an address,
fantastic.
nothing. You know when you put that credit card in, they want your postcode and all that shit?
Yeah.
No, just copy the wallet address, type in the amount you want to send, and suddenly you've got Twitch Turbo because Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are fucking awesome.
Well, that sounds like some kind of currency of the future.
It's here today, Dan. It exists.
My God, it's like I'm in the future now.
But anyway, the Twitch stream is www.twitch.tv/GamesmenRPG. And like you just said, new followers. We got millions of followers. Okay, maybe a couple. So we have Maxi Boys, Maxiboiz, and
Maxi Boys.
Rache12345, which is RACHE 12345. JSS Virgo. This motherfucker over here, Harley Dan. Try_horror. KT Bad, which we got in the new server that we're working on now, and he's been playing. We'll see how he works out. Hopefully he's not going to be an asshole in the end. We don't know, but I don't think so. He seems to be good enough. And then Ironhander, Mr. Ben, and MRO54551, and Batch Gaming, who is adding me on Hearthstone and apparently wants to kick my ass. So all those people have been added, and I love you all for following finally.
Dude, you love them? You're easy.
Haven't even bought you.
Should love everybody, Dan.
Yeah.
And did you seriously say www?
Yes, I did.
You're like my mum.
It was all there. Shut up.
It's 2014.
But
I'm surprised you didn't go for the full http://.
no, I'm not that bad. Normally I don't do it, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, we'll just say this real fast. Yeah, I was called a man whore back in the day in my college days. Anyway, iTunes reviews, we want them, we need them, we love them, and we love you, and you should send us some, and all of you Twitch followers, maybe you listen to the podcast now, I don't know.
It's at www.itunes.
Yes, it is www.itunes.com /
actually, isn't it
HTTPS?
HTTPS?
How about I stab you in the vagina because
Actually,
you don't
I
have
think
a
iTunes
dick?
links begin with iTunes : because they launched the iTunes app.
I don't know. I don't go on iTunes because I hate them.
Who doesn't?
But we get an email that says if we get an iTunes review, so you should send that to us, and yeah, we'll get higher up on the rankings and everything, and you should send that to us and stuff like that. So yeah, other than that, Dan gets out of here before this gets way out of hand.
Okay, well, that'll do for episode 30. So on behalf of Bobby Ironhammers Gooding, on behalf of Lee, DJ Leroy 85 Sutton, on behalf of Gary Amorous 89 Lever, and, well, fuck it, that's it. There's no one else. I am Hardly Dan. We are the Gamesmen, and until next time, we ask,
What role will you play? Could you turn yourself down a little bit, like your
Me?
volume down? Yeah.
You sure fucking can.
Yeah,
How much do you want?
Just try a
This
little
much
bit.
up? Say stop.
It seems to get
get
louder.
any quieter.
Yeah, it
Really?
seems to get
Skype
louder.
must be fixing it. Hang on, let me turn off the Skype auto adjust shit.
Oh.
I'd give it like a gruff old samurai voice.
Hajime mashite. Onami wa robitis.
Sounds like the dude from Takeshi's Castle.
See, the worrying thing is the amount of times that Gary goes to bed before me.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Don't worry.
It didn't sound like silence then.
Yeah, that was long enough.
10
mate.
seconds will be fine, I guess. Dan never listened to me.
Who said that?
Shut up and get this fucking podcast started.
It's the last time I ask an American to help me do this show.
If not fully satisfied with this podcast, please return any portions for a full refund.
And just to fill up your day